it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The economy is in very, very good shape. Consumers are in fabulous shape.
The economy's in great shape. Consumers in fabulous shape. This is unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. Listen to this.
An important element in inflation are wages, and people getting higher wages during a time of still very high unemployment and still a lot of slack in the economy, that would be a sign that an inflation process has begun. But we see no indication of that whatsoever.
No indication of inflation. The stock market alone's inflation up 475%, for heaven's sakes. Gasoline over the past year has gone up, 36%. They just don't tell you the truth. You know, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a lot of surprises. Their job is to keep pumping and pumping to make you feel good, keep you buying, keep you out there consuming. This is ridiculous. QE has been a total failure. And we're being set up for one of the biggest crashes ever. You know what they never talk about? You know how these stocks have gone up since 2008 over 475%? Does anybody have any idea how that happens? You think if John and his wife get together and buy a stock and it goes up? No. It's the pension funds and insurance companies. They're the biggest holders of stock. And the market's rigged to go up. The Federal Reserve, remember back in 2008, cut a deal. The Federal Reserve prints all this money. They go in, it's called QE, and they buy treasuries to drop interest rates down to zero. Then they take that money and they give the money to commercial banks. The commercial banks go to the pension funds and insurance companies. And what they do is have the insurance companies and pension funds, they will buy from them their assets. Their assets like mortgage-backed securities or treasuries. And then the pension funds with the insurance companies now have all this cash because they keep, selling their assets. And then they take that cash and go in and buy stocks. That's how this market's been rigged since 2008. It's really a simple formula. It's your pension funds and insurance companies with the 1/100th of 1% population. Those are our owners who got together and rigged the market in 2008. So we don't want to go through a recession. We don't want the banks to get in trouble. We want the banks to go out of business. Even the weak banks, we don't really go out of business. We want to save the banks. And that's what they've been doing. But we're at a point now with the pension funds and insurance, it's not going to continue. The pension funds and the insurance companies who are responsible for probably 80% of the stock market rally, they're not going to continue to sell their assets to the commercial banks for cash to go out and buy stocks to keep the stock market going up. And this was a whole big game, so that the government could pay its deficits. Now, they know, the insurance companies know, that the stock prices are inflated by over 200%. Massive. Remember, 3 days before the dot-com bubble crashed and 3 days before the housing bubble crashed, those markets were overpriced by about 150%. These are overpriced by over 200%. Take the PE ratios. The forward PE ratios are nuts. The S&P 500, 39%. 39%. Are you kidding? What are you, nuts? I mean, 20% is crazy. A 10-year average of what? 15 is nuts enough. We're talking almost 40%. But you got to understand what's been going on. This whole Ponzi scheme to make money for the very, very wealthy is coming to an end. It's called inflation. See, they can't keep rates down anymore. Foreigners are now starting to sell their treasuries. So the Fed's got to keep printing money, and go and buy their treasuries to try to keep their rates down. Because everybody knows as these rates start going up, we're going to go into almost a depression. We've never had a stock market up 475%. We never were in a position with a stock market that high that when it starts to crash, you can't stop it because interest rates are zero. We've never once had a stock market crash where we couldn't at least cut rates to slow it down. The dot-com crash and the housing crash, we cut rates 25 times during the crash because we had 6.25% interest rate. And we could cut rates 25 times. We don't have that now. So we got stock prices that are inflated by 200% or more, a huge bubble, PE ratios at 39, almost 40%, which is nuts. And another big problem we have, like I said, is normally when you see treasury yields rising, it means that the economy going forward is getting better. But that's only if you don't have huge debt and you have economic growth. We have massive debt to drag the economy down. The other problem, we have businesses that are going bust left and right. Left and right. We got 100,000 small businesses. They got lost in the pandemic. They're closed. They're not going to open again. But besides that, we got businesses filing bankruptcy left and right. We've never seen so many filing bankruptcy. We also have another big problem that nobody wants to talk about. We have a big risk of bank failures again. It's right on the horizon. They've been printing since 2019 about $104 billion a day to keep the banks from going under. Oh, but nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. No, that's not pleasant to talk about. So we got businesses that are going bust. We got the insurance companies. Hey, as soon as they stop selling their assets and taking cash to go buy stocks, and that's what they're doing now. They're paring it back. Because remember, they got the insurance companies. They can't keep selling their treasuries, their bonds. They need a certain amount of bonds to be stable. So they're shutting that off. And we're getting close to where that's getting shut off now. That's what starts a market crash. One of the biggest reasons, as soon as the insurance companies stop buying stock. So, and again, we got the Fed is continuing to print these QE dollars to keep trying to inflate stock prices. That's set to fail. Remember, gold went up last year 26%. Everybody talks Bitcoin. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Gold went up 26% last year. It's going to double this year. as soon as this market starts to crater. So stop listening to these people who continue to lie to you on these fake business news networks. They're lying. That's their job, is to lie. Their job is to get you to go consume so they can get advertisers. Remember, these channels, whether it's CNBC is always competing with Bloomberg, Bloomberg's competing with Fox Business to get GM. Whoever can tell the biggest lies to get the most consumers out to buy something wins. They win. They get the advertising dollars. This is nuts. Be right back after this break. What are you, nuts?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
and we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grady, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. I hope you listen to me on my YouTube channel. And remember, every Friday, this will be my seventh take on the market, meaning every Friday I identify for you what happened during the week and why I believe, or I identify the signs that are getting us closer to the crash. It's free, so that you won't be surprised when it occurs. Crashes just don't happen overnight. In spite of what everybody said in 1987, I came back from lunch and the market was down 600 points, it crashed. Now, that's a bunch of BS. We started to short the market in January of 1987. January. It crashed in October. It takes a long time for a stock market to crash. Everybody's scared to be trading or investing because, the market's going to crash. It doesn't work like that. And with today's technology, you got such a heads up before a market crashes, before a stock goes up. My own chart that I created, my own algorithms, heck, it's a color-coded chart. We even put an extra safety color in yellow that warns you in advance that institutions are pulling their money out. What institutions? Pension funds, insurance companies, they drive the market. Sure, you have the banks, I agree with that, but it's the pension funds. The pension funds and insurance companies are huge. And remember how they work together. Like I said earlier, in the early segment, people don't understand. In 2008, they got together and rigged the whole market to make a fortune. The Federal Reserve said, look, we'll keep printing money, and we'll go buy treasuries, keep interest rates down to zero. We'll keep feeding you money. We'll keep feeding you money. And we'll keep buying all your treasuries. We'll keep buying all your bonds. And then you're going to have cash. And then go buy stocks. And then we'll go print more money. Go buy some more of your bonds. More of your treasuries. And then you got that cash, then go buy stocks. This is what they've been doing. But it's over. It's getting over now. And we're seeing the signals. But nobody wants to believe it. Now, some of the stocks that we were talking about with my members, and we did very well. One stock is a gas stock, UNG. We're up about, where are we up in that? UNG, nobody wanted this stock. We got in around $9.54, and we're up 18%. Nice little stock, very little risk. That's what we look for. Very, very low risk. It turned green beautifully, right around $9. And we're in what we call our sweet spot, where it's the highest probability. We always make sure our stock, on what I design, besides the algorithms, the chart shows a little area like a sweet spot. It's the same thing as looking at if you Ever see the carpenter with a level and there's a little ball there in the middle? You got to keep it right in the middle, keep it level. It's the same thing. That as long as you're right in the middle there, right in the center, then that means you're right in the peak where the money is. And that's the highest probability of not losing money. And that's how you make money, focusing on not losing money. And the algorithms changes colors for me based on the amount of money that's going in and money that's going out. It works. That's why I give it to people for 10 days free so they can convince themselves. It works. So UNG, we bought that back around, I don't know when it was, January 21st, something like that. We got a nice return on that little stock. But here's the key. When do you get out? Most people won't get out of it, and they'll lose money. The key is, when do I get out? Well, first thing, anytime you got to set yourself up, you got to say, okay, every time I hit a 10% return, I'm going to take at least half my money out, or even more. But people don't do that. They get greedy. Now, another stock that we told everybody to watch that nobody wanted the other day was AT&T. AT&T. Nobody wanted that stock. If you go back and look at it over the past year, AT&T, okay, the stock dropped. Well, let's go back to when it just dropped from $38. And we had a beautiful short on that. We made money all the way down. But the key is right now it's red. And the stock, if you go look at the stock, AT&T, it's been holding at $28.32 since December 22nd. It means every time we have big down days, it won't drop. That means selling is done on the stock. So that tells you that all the big hedge funds and insurance companies who own this thing, okay, when they sold this short, when they got out of this, going back to around $30, around $39, they got to buy it now. So the reward on this is huge compared to the risk. It's huge. See, those are the kind of stocks we find. You got to find those stocks. But it's red. When it turns green, it'll tell us, or first it'll turn yellow and tell us the institutions are putting money in. They're just starting to put a little bit of money in. Gives you a heads up. Then when they turn green, that means more money's going in. And that's as easy as it is. But the concept that now is that everybody thinks the market will never come down again. And we're seeing more people coming into the stock market than ever. And this is why. Listen to what you're hearing. This is insane what you're hearing.
We're going to be in a situation of growth this year almost no matter what. Growth
no matter what? Oh, I see. No matter what. We're just going to grow. Economy's going to grow no matter what. These people should be in jail.
This is not a market top, and frankly, not a bubble.
This is not a bubble? The stock market, the dot-com bubble was up 255% when it broke. The housing con was up 267. This is up 475. This is not a bubble. What an idiot. What a dumbbell. Unbelievable. But people will believe her. See, this is why people don't know when to get out of the market. Please join my gang. I'll get you out in time. If you make money, please help St. Jude.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so stocks, the market, what's going on? Smart people will make money. It's called smart money because they're going to get out in time. And right now, they're riding the right stocks. As they keep on pushing this market higher, and we're getting to the end, but it's still going up, because remember, the insurance companies and the pension funds, They're still taking money. They're still selling their treasuries. They're still selling their assets. And then they take that cash and buy stocks, but not as much as they have been. And we got a big problem, too. Our deficits. Nobody wants to talk about the deficits. It's boring stuff to talk about. But the deficits are huge right now. What you want to do right now is make sure for the next few months, or how long before this market collapse, you want to make sure you're in the stocks, okay, that are making new highs. Those are the stocks you want to be in. Then every once in a while, we'll find one that's gotten beaten down to death. Like, for example, right now, we have a small amount of shares, not a lot, on AT&T, just a small amount of shares beaten down. We're not right now. It's trading around 29.29. When it gets up to a high of around $31, 31.50, then we'll put a lot of shares on. But right now we're watching it. And the nice thing about it, every time the market goes down, the stock doesn't go down with the market. It means the selling is pretty much done. And that's how we made our 30% returns, 40% returns, 50% returns on our casino stocks. We made it on our airline stocks. We made it on our oil stocks, our refiner stocks, when nobody wanted those. Nobody wanted any of those when the pandemic hit. Remember that? When the pandemic hit, February, March, April, nobody wanted those stocks. Said, let's buy them, let's buy them. We went in, we bought them. Beautiful returns on those. But there's nothing out there for sale right now. There's nothing for sale. And people are coming in right now, they're buying these overpriced stocks. And they're going to buy and hold them. They're going to get killed. Now, what we're doing is we're picking stocks. We're finding, again, like AT&T beaten up, but we're also finding some what we call power stocks, where the pension funds and the big insurance companies and the big hedge funds are parking their money. And you know what stocks they're going to really be pushing? They're going to be pushing the bank stocks. Because the bank stocks are in such trouble right now. The banks are in huge trouble. The banks are what's going to take part of the reason why this economy is going to collapse. They're holding these banks up with duct tape, for God's sakes. But there's nobody out there that wants to see. Nobody's going to tell you the truth. Instead of hearing that, what you're going to hear is again is this kind of stuff here, where consumers in great shape.
The economy is in very, very good shape. Consumers are in fabulous shape.
Now, consumers in a fabulous shape when 48% of people with credit cards are making minimum payment. There's 4 million people still in forbearance, their houses. And they're in great shape, she's saying, right? 48% making minimum payment on their credit card? That's crazy. 43% are using their credit cards to meet their monthly debt. After they pay their bills, sit home at the end of the month, pay their bills, 43% are using their credit cards. They don't have enough money to finish paying their bills. This is nuts. This is crazy. If it wasn't for credit cards, we'd be in a depression right now. Auto loans, credit card loans, massive debt, 30% faster than growing 30% faster in our economy. 38% faster than our wages. People just keep buying cars and student loans, and everybody's in debt. Everybody's in debt. So the biggest problem we have right now, one of the biggest problems, as I said, the insurance companies, they're not going to be buying as they have been to keep supporting this market. QE has been a total failure now, as it was in Japan. See, the idea of our owners, those are the 1/100th of 1% of our population. They're very, very wealthy. Their idea was, after the crash, let's rig the stock market. We'll keep printing money and rig the market. And that'll help us finance the huge budget deficits. That was the idea. And they print $140 billion a month, then go buy treasuries to drop rates to zero. Then they'd rig the market, like I say, go to insurance companies, pension fund managers, and they'd purchase from them all their treasuries, and they'd have new cash, and they'd go out and buy stock. It was a bunch of gangsters got together and said, how are we going to rig the market? Easy. We'll print the money, buy the treasuries, interest rate zero. We'll give you the money. You go out and keep buying stocks, keep running the market up. Okay. But they can't do that anymore. Because guess what? They can't keep selling their treasuries, especially insurance companies, pension funds. They got to hold on to those to be solid. So we got a big gap. We got a big gap right now. Our Congress is spending so much money that we're spending $4 trillion more than we're taking in tax collection. $4 trillion more than our revenues. Since 1970, over 51 years, all but 4 of those years, our Congress has spent more than it collects in tax revenue. But nothing like this. It averaged in the last 5, 6, 10 years, $1 trillion a year. We're at $4 trillion. What are you, nuts? Now, how they close that gap? If they're spending $4 trillion more than they take in, how they close that gap? They collect taxes. They collect taxes. But they're not collecting enough in taxes. They're spending too much. So that's the next thing is going to go up. Taxes. Interest rates are starting to go up. See, it's all coming together. It's all coming together. The insurance companies, pension funds, they're not going to be selling their treasuries right now like they've been. They're going to start, you've seen the 10-year treasury, and interest rates are going up. Now we're starting to see Europeans, they're selling their treasuries. That means interest rates are going up. And the Fed's fighting like hell to try to keep the interest rates back down. It's all coming together, folks. And businesses, they're in deep trouble. They're in trouble. They're going out of business left and right. And our government, they don't care. Congress doesn't care. You think our Congress, they could care less about us. They could care less about the shape of this economy. It's all politics. The more they spend, the more goes into the congressman's back pocket. They just keep spending. Our Congress has put us into a debt spiral, perpetual debt spiral. They don't care. They've killed our economy's growth. They don't care because they make money in the stock market. Our congressmen, they make money in the stock market. That's all they care. They care about politics and the money they make in the stock market, not about you or me. And every time, think about what they do. They crowd us out. They need money. Congress needs money, right? Because they spend more than they take in. So what do? They borrow money. So they go to the local, they say to everybody, hey, we need money, so we're going to sell treasuries. So they go to everybody that's got a bank account and say, look, don't stay with the bank. Take your money out of the bank and give me the money, the government. We'll give you more interest. Now think about this. The government's competing. You think Congress cares? Congress is supposed to grow the economy. How do you grow the economy? You got to have money so startup businesses can start up. But what do? They go and they tell people with savings, don't keep your money in the bank. I'm going to give you more interest. So people can take their money out of the bank and give it to the government. Now we can't have startup businesses. And if you already have a business and you go to the bank to try to borrow money, interest rates are up. It's called crowding out. Do you think they care about us? Would they do that if they cared about us? I can't change that. But I can give you some good stocks, though. I'm going to do that when I come back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020. Thinking about investing in the stock market, go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Remember, the job of the fake business news network is to make sure once the economy is in a downturn, once that downturn sets in, remember what their job is? To prevent fear, to prevent gloom from setting in. Listen to this. Larry Kudlow yesterday, he's got a new show on Fox Business. Listen to this.
It's a red-hot economy, folks.
Red-hot economy, folks?
It's a red-hot economy, folks. We'll talk about gigantic numbers later in the show. Retail.
Can you imagine this? Can you imagine the market? A hot economy, folks? See, that's their job. And nobody's better than Kudlow. If you remember, I said Trump will not get a second term unless he fires Kudlow. If he doesn't fire Kudlow, he will not get a second term. I was correct. Now, this.
This is not a market top, and frankly, not a bubble.
See, that's their job, is to make sure there's no doom, there's no gloom, and then you don't get out in time. That's the problem. Well, I don't let that happen to my members. We get in at the right time, and we get out at the right time. 85% of you are not going to get out of this market. You've got some huge people in Tesla. If I were you, I'd take every penny I had right now out of Tesla. Every penny. Every penny I take out of Tesla right now. See, I can't help you. I can't compete with them. They're gonna keep you so pumped up. They're gonna tell you how great things are, but they're not. If things were so great, let's ask a common sense question. Why are we having a $2 trillion stimulus? Why now? We had a $5 trillion stimulus last year, $2 trillion stimulus, and they're going to do another stimulus and another stimulus. And what is stimulus? It's life support. Something's wrong here. Why is the economy on life support, but Larry Kudlow says
it's a red-hot economy,
but it's on life support? You got to be kidding me. So I'm focusing on which stocks do we buy between now and the crash. And we've done pretty good. UNG, our gas stock's doing good. I think we're going to have a great stock with AT&T. I think that one's going to be good. And then we got our power stocks we're really doing good with. Our XLK, our RF. But you know what's going to be nice about these big power stocks? They're going to be in Disney. You know what's going to be nice about those stocks? They're going to be the first to crash. Oh, but we'll be out in time. We'll be out way before they crash. But the ones that are leaders, they're making new all-time highs every day, new all-time highs or every week. Those are going to be the first stocks that are going to crash, like Tesla and the rest of them. They're all going to crash. But we're going to ride those down, making money on the way down. Look, join my gang free for 10 days, and you'll see. You'll convince yourself. I'm not going to convince you. You got to convince yourself. You're going to say, boy, this thing really works. This works. Finally, I feel comfortable. Finally, I have confidence. I'm not going to get stuck in the stock market. I'm not going to get stuck in an individual stock I shouldn't be in. I even have a yellow color. It just doesn't no longer go from green to red. It goes to yellow to red, giving you even more of an advance notice that the institutions are pulling money out. I've never seen, as I said, I've been on this earth for 74 years, and I've never, I've been in the market 50 years, never seen anything like this. So crazy. But it's crazy great, because I've never been in a market. You just get up in the morning and the stock keeps going up. And the company doesn't have to have profits. And the economy's getting worse and worse. The government keeps spending more money they take in, and the stock market keeps going up. Can you imagine? The debt gets bigger and bigger, and the stock market goes up. It's unbelievable. It's fantastic. But they tell us the economy's great, even though they got to put $126 billion a month to purchase treasuries, keep interest rates at zero. $100 billion a month they're printing for stock buybacks, so they could take care of the insurance companies. $100 billion a month to monetize corporate debt. They got to go in and buy all this debt from corporations, or they go under. So to keep them from going under, they buy $120 billion of their debt. All printed money. They're printing $215 billion a month to purchase bank debt too. At night, they have to buy the robo debt at night, every night. This is unbelievable. But they tell us this is the greatest economy ever. It's red hot. One of the stocks that I think that we're really going to start focusing on that nobody wants, the symbol is DRIP, D-R-I-P. Nobody wants this stock, DRIP. And we're starting to focus on it right now. We don't have many shares on it, but we're watching it every day, and we're going to know when to get into this stock. Nobody wants it. The stock dropped from $600 down to $14. So I like stocks nobody wants. Carnival Cruise Line, that's another one. We bought that early on, and we're just about ready to get in this one again. Not quite yet. We just got a buy signal the other day, but we're almost ready to get in. And again, the stock dropped from around $52. It's now down to $22.90. It's on sale. It just turned green. That's another nice little stock. Our gas stock is doing nice. What do you think? I'm going to go buy Tesla? What are you, nuts? If Tesla breaks below 745, 748, right in that area there, you better be out. You better be out of Tesla. If it breaks below 750, you better start selling. Then if it breaks below 745, 743, I'm giving you this free. You better be out and sell it short. Sell it short. Because Tesla will go down faster than a flying crowbar. We have a lot of stocks, okay, that the shorts are going to cover before the market crashes. You're going to see stocks like Carnival Cruise Line take off. You're going to see stocks like Norwegian Cruise Line take off because they have a story. The story is going to be, Cutler will have the story of it. They'll give you this story that, oh, wow, now that everybody's got their shot, everybody's going to take a cruise. So everybody who shorted, who bet Norwegian Cruise Line to go down from $60, where now it's $25, guess what? They have to buy that stock back, and that stock will shoot up. So we got a lot of reward, very little risk in that stock. Same thing with Carnival Cruise Line. A lot of reward, very, very little risk. JetBlue. That's another one, JetBlue. Oil stocks. Rig, another one. I mean, we got so many good stocks. Then we have our powerful stocks. These are the power stocks that we want to make sure that we have our members in. These are all the stocks. They're all making new highs. But those, again, okay, those are going to be the stocks that are going to be the first ones to break. But we'll be out of those. You know, one of the safest things to do right now in the stock is to buy a symbol called XLK. You know what that is? XLK, that's an ETF for all the big tech stocks. You can buy a basket of them. That's what you should be doing. Don't be in an individual tech stock now. If right now it's trading at $136.32. If it gets above $140, you buy. But it's got to get above that 140, and as long as it stays green on my chart, then we'll buy. The banks, they got to push the banks up. And the better banks are the small mid-cap banks. Those are the good banks right now. KRE is the symbol. And if that breaks out, right now it's trading at $61.83. If it gets above $64.15, that's where I'd be. So these stocks are all going to move higher while the market's on its last leg. They're all going to push these all higher because remember what they do. Right before any crash, they push the market as high as they can so they can get all the institutions can get their clients out. Like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Wells Fargo. They take care of the fired unions. They take care of the police union money. And so they all have to get out first. They got to make sure they get out first. So they suck everybody in. They get guys like Larry Kudlow come out what he said. And everybody stays in the market. And in the back door, they're letting these guys out. They're letting out the police union. They're letting out the people in the teachers' pension union. They're getting all that money out. All that money's starting to flow out. Get them out before the market crashes. And then once they got them out, guess what they do? They pull the bid, and the stock goes down so fast you can't even catch it. The idea is you always make money in the stock market if you know when to get out. But 85% of you don't. Because you don't know that. You don't know when to get out. I will fix that for you. All I ask in return is you help the kids of St. Jude. How's that? Join my gang, Phil's Gang, and listen to my radio show on my YouTube channel. Hey, I'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.